Hey everyone, talking about Say Noir Eau de Parfum by Beyonce, released in 2023. The notes in this are clementine, honey, rose, jasmine sambac, myrrh, and amber. So in the past, fragrances under Beyonce's name that have been released have been on the, cheapy end, affordable, typical kind of celeb fragrances. But I have thought some of them smelled really, really good. So I was curious about this. There was a couple suspect things with the way that it was marketed and described. But as for the smell, first, so all the notes here are really present to my nose. This is not one of those fragrances where everything blends into this mix and it's just becomes something else and you can't really pick up the individual notes for better or for worse, because that can be a good thing when it's like that if it means it's really cohesive, but sometimes you want to get the notes clearly. The honey here is thick and sweet and syrupy, especially with the amber and myrrh contrasted against this fresh, slightly bitter clementine in the opening. The florals are definitely very strong here, starting shortly after the opening, I would say, especially like in the middle phase, and slightly powdery at times, I would say. It's really thick to me in a way that could come across as like kind of headachy and cloying to some, including myself, but it's just not my type of scent profile in general because I don't like thick honey fragrances. And I would say this is not for someone who wants like a quiet, unassuming, smooth, sleek, low key fragrance. This is for people who want one that's loud and dense. And as for some critiques on it, it doesn't smell the niche quality that I was hoping for from this. And I say that as someone who, again, really enjoys some of Beyonce's cheaper fragrances. This is absolutely nothing to do with a critique against either Beyonce for sure, or really anything that I was preconceiving going into this, because yeah, I did like hers. Most of what I like is niche, so I thought, okay, well, this will be even better. But the things that I didn't like seeing about the marketing and stuff like that, and some of the shtick around it. One, bragging about it being made in France, as if that's not where most fragrances are made, including like the cheapest of the cheap, and claiming that Beyonce crafted and designed it herself. I assume they're talking about the bottle, but that's still, I mean, that's just so not can't possibly be true. I don't know why they would even claim that, but it says that on the Beyonce site. Like, not even like, oh, she had some input. Like, she crafted and designed this whole thing herself. I mean, if there's proof and I'm wrong, I'll gladly accept that, but it just seems really misleading and like kind of a cash grab to me. And please, Beehive, don't come after me. Totally respect Beyonce, but I mean, this was clever cash grab. Like, she's good for you, get your money out of it, but for me, this just didn't have the quality of the kind of niche pricing that this is, because it's like 160 for a 50 milliliter bottle, which is like half the size of a typical full size bottle. So for that, yeah, I would have expected something that to me came across a little bit more kind of stunning quality. But I think that, say that you really like these notes and you're not that into fragrance in general, this wouldn't smell like low quality or anything either. It's just when you have smelled enough niche stuff, comparing this to that, it was kind of like, oh, this does smell more designery. This smells like, at least for this price, I would think that someone should get a 100 milliliter size bottle for it. But that's just my take on it. I've seen plenty of glowing reviews on it, but a lot of them are just from people who are fans and didn't, made that pretty clear in the post that that's why they tried it and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard not to be biased going into it like that. So I don't know. Good longevity, moderate to good projection, leans feminine, and yeah, I'll still gladly try anything else she puts out, and I hope that there's maybe something I'll like better in the future than this. But as for this one, just the quality isn't there for the price for me. I don't like the marketing tactics that are kind of implying or outright stating things in a way that's just sort of taking advantage of people not knowing certain things about fragrance. Or I don't know why anyone would think that she crafted and designed it. That's just still weird to me that they would claim that. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would love this. So if you really do like thick honey floral scents with like a lot of amber in it, then maybe still worth a try. As with anything, I don't suggest blind buying. But yeah, that's my take on it, and I'll link in the description where you can check it out.